You know that feeling, that voice inside, that unease, that doubt, maybe about a relationship. This person treats me well, but something's missing. Something's wrong. Maybe about a job. The salary's good, the conditions are fine, but this isn't me. This place is killing me. Maybe about a choice. Everyone's telling me to do this, but my heart doesn't want it. I don't feel right about it. Maybe about a sin. Nobody sees, nobody knows, but this is wrong. This is destroying me. Whatever it's about, your heart is speaking. And you're not listening. Why? Because your mind says something else. The logical thing is this. The smart thing is this. The safe thing is this. Because other people say something else. According to your family, the right thing is this. According to society, the normal thing is this. According to your friends, what you should do is this. Because comfort says something else. This is hard, but I'm used to it. This person isn't perfect but good enough. This situation isn't ideal, but change is too exhausting. Because fear says something else. What if your heart is wrong? What if you regret it? What if there's something worse? So you silence your heart, you ignore it, you suppress it. But I want you to know this. Your heart doesn't speak without reason, and ignoring it could be the most expensive mistake. Your heart doesn't shout. It doesn't speak out loud, but it speaks. Quietly, constantly, it speaks as restlessness. Logically, everything is fine, but there's an unease inside you, a discomfort. You can't define it, but it's there. That's your heart speaking. It speaks as not sitting right. You're doing something, saying something, but it doesn't sit right. You swallow, but there's a lump in your throat. That lump? Your heart. It speaks as recurring thoughts. The same thought keeps coming. This is wrong. This isn't mine. I shouldn't be here. Is this your head or your heart? Your heart. It speaks as dreams. You're having dreams with the same themes. You're running, you're lost. You feel like you're in the wrong place. This is also how your heart talks to you. It speaks as tears. You cry for no reason. You don't know why, but the tears come. Because your heart is crying, and even if you don't hear it, your body feels it. It speaks as emptiness inside. You have everything, but there's a void inside. A lack. You're not satisfied, not filled, not at peace. Because your heart is telling you, this isn't it. It speaks physically. A weight in your chest, nausea in your stomach, headaches, fatigue. Your body's way of making your heart's voice heard. If you have any of these, your heart is speaking. The question is, are you listening? Here are the biggest reasons people don't listen to their hearts. 1. We worship logic. We've been taught, be logical, don't be emotional. Decide with your head, not your heart. So we silence our hearts. But we forget that logic doesn't always show the right path. 2. We value others' opinions more than our own. What will mom say? What will dad say? What will people say? You listen to others' expectations more than your own heart, and you end up living others' dreams instead of your own life. 3. We choose safety. If the heart says go, but logic says stay because it's safe, we choose safety because the unknown is scary, but you can be safe and miserable. 4. We don't trust ourselves. What if I'm wrong? What if the heart is misleading me? So you don't listen to your heart. But here's the truth. Not listening to your heart is also a choice, and maybe that's the wrong choice. 5. We're afraid of change. Listening to your heart means changing, leaving that job, exiting that relationship, changing that habit. And change is hard, scary, but necessary. 6. We avoid pain. Listening to your heart sometimes brings short-term pain, separation, loss, uncertainty, but not listening. That brings greater pain in the long run. Here's the most asked question. Should I follow my heart or my mind? Answer, both. In Islam, heart and mind work together. They're not enemies, they're complements. Heart, feelings, instinct, conscience, fitra, the voice of your soul. The compass Allah placed in you. Mind, logic, analysis, planning, thinking, the tool Allah gave you. Both are important, but neither is sufficient alone. If you act only with your heart, you make emotional decisions. You're impulsive. You do everything you feel. That's dangerous. If you act only with your mind, you become robotic, you become numb, you lose the soul of life. That's painful. The right way. Mind and heart together. Analyze with your mind. Feel with your heart. If both point the same direction, go. If they conflict, stop and think. But remember, if your heart constantly says no, no matter how much your mind says yes, something's wrong somewhere. When your heart speaks, it might be trying to protect you from something, the wrong person. That person looks great from the outside. Everyone approves, but your heart is uneasy. Why? Because your heart sees something you don't. Maybe incompatibility, maybe hidden character traits, maybe future problems. Listen, the wrong path. Everyone says this career is great, but you're miserable because this isn't your path. It's someone else's. Your heart knows. You know too, actually. You just don't want to admit it. The wrong choice. You're about to make a decision. On paper, it's logical, but a voice inside says no. Listen to that voice, because maybe there's a danger your logic doesn't see. Maybe Allah is whispering to your heart to protect you from sin. You don't feel right about it. Your conscience is bothering you, but you say, everyone does it. You say, it's not that bad. But your heart says, this will destroy you. And it's right. From injustice. Someone's doing something to you, but you say, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm exaggerating. No, your heart feels the injustice, and it's warning you. This is unfair to you. Protect yourself. Your heart is an alarm system, the protector Allah placed in you. Don't turn it off. Now you might say, okay, what happens if I listen to my heart? What if I make a mistake? Here's what actually happens when you listen to your heart. At first, it's scary, because listening to your heart usually means the hard choice, breaking up, leaving, changing, taking risks. And that's frightening. Normal. Then it's uncertain, because when you're on a new path, you don't know what will happen. You can't see where you'll end up, and humans hate uncertainty. But this is temporary, then you feel lighter. Because you finally did the right thing, the weight inside lifted. You're no longer living a lie. You're not betraying yourself. You can breathe. Then you get clarity. The path starts to open. The right doors open. The wrong things naturally leave your life because you're now on the right frequency. Then you find peace. Everything might not be perfect on the outside, but there's peace inside because you're living in harmony with your conscience, living in harmony with Allah. Then you grow. Listening to your heart challenges you, strengthens you, matures you, makes you more whole. But the heart can be wrong too, right? Yes, it can be wrong. If your heart is mixed with desire, ego, whims, it errs. For example, my heart says I'm in love with this person so I can have a haram relationship. That's not your heart. That's your nafs. My heart says I don't like this job so I'll quit and do nothing. That's not your heart. That's laziness. My heart says I should distance from my family because they don't understand me. Maybe heart, but maybe just escape. So when listening to your heart, check these. 1. Does it align with Allah's commands and prohibitions? If your heart is trying to make you do something haram, that's not your heart. It's your nafs. 2. Does it harm others? A true heart is just. If following your heart requires injustice, something's wrong. 3. Is it long-term or short-term? Nafs wants instant gratification. Heart wants long-term good. Which do you want? 4. Did you consult? Listen to your heart, but don't be alone. Talk to people you trust who are wise, who have taqwa. See through their eyes too. 5. Did you make istikhara? Consult Allah. Pray salat al-istikhara. Ya Rabbi, if this is good for me, make it easy. If not, remove it. After these checks, if your heart still says the same thing, it's most likely correct. Here's the most painful thing. Seeing what happens when you don't listen to your heart. You stay in the wrong place for years. That job, that relationship, that city, that situation. Life passes, and you always think, I wish I had listened back then. You become unhappy. Everything looks good from the outside, but there's a void inside, a lack, a sadness. Because you're living a life that isn't yours, you become distant from yourself. You suppress your own voice so much that you forget who you even are. You look in the mirror, you don't recognize yourself. You regret, maybe not immediately, but one day, at 40, at 50, at 60, you look back and say, why didn't I listen to my heart? You miss opportunities. Allah sends you opportunities, sends you signs, opens paths, but you don't see them because your heart is closed. If you've read this far, it means your heart is telling you something. Maybe it's been telling you for months, years, and you've been ignoring it. Now I'm going to ask you something. What is your heart saying? Stop. Take a deep breath. Silence all the logic, the fears, other people's voices, and ask, what is my heart saying? The first answer that comes, that's usually the right one. Maybe it's saying, this relationship isn't good for you. Maybe it's saying, you can't stay at this job anymore. Maybe it's saying, you need to apologize to that person. Maybe it's saying, you need to quit that sin. Maybe it's saying, you need to change your life. Whatever it says, listen, now, because your heart is your friend, not your enemy. It's trying to protect you, trying to guide you, and most importantly, your heart might be how Allah speaks to you. In the Quran, Allah says, they have hearts, but they do not think with them. 7:179. The heart isn't just a pumping organ. It's a center that thinks, feels, knows. Allah places signs there, sends messages, guides, but if you don't listen, it goes to waste. Ya Rabbi, enlighten all our hearts. Grant us to hear the voice of our hearts. Don't let us confuse our nafs with our hearts. Show us the right path. Fill our hearts with taqwa. Give us hearts that remember you, and give us the courage to listen to what our hearts say, because sometimes the heart sees what the mind cannot. You are the all-knowing. Ameen.